How you guys or girls doing today? Temps and I, when they hear don't hate, appreciate. Y'all, we are at the top of the Mountain of the Giants, the smoldering flame, right before the mission starts. Or the mission, right before you talk to Melina and light this motherfucker on fire. But y'all, and all that good stuff, like I always say, make sure to hit that like button, sub button, and all that stuff if you enjoy this kind of content, because it jangles my jowls and tickles my toes. But, and make sure to check in the link, Raid Shadow. But no, y'all, look, I just wanted to make this video, y'all, because I've been thinking about it this past couple of days. Isn't it funny that, you know what, let's go ahead, let's take the UI out here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Don't worry about how many hours I have in this game. Just know that I like it, alright? How do we turn off the UI? HUD? Yeah. Oh man, this game is beautiful, y'all. Like, I could just stare at this for hours, man. Y'all ever do that? You just go to like a good spot in the game and like you'll just sit there and chill for a bit, just take it all in. I love I mean, just look. Just the game, I can't even, let me not even go into that. But, y'all, I know this is going to be a different video than the ones that I normally post. It's probably not going to get, as much attention as my other ones, and that's fine. But I just wanted to give y'all a reminder, man. If it even helps one person, that's all that matters. Just make sure to follow your dreams, y'all. Make sure to do, in the long run, do what it is that you want to do. Isn't it funny that no matter how often you try to distract yourself, and no matter how much you want to get away from your calling, you could say, or get away from the thing that you've been destined to do, it always comes back full circle. It's like no matter how much you try to focus on something else, you always end up in a loop. And that's the biggest mistake that we make, right? That's a lot of people's regrets if they have a deathbed, if they're blessed enough to have one, is they say that they didn't go after what they truly wanted, that in life they were living for someone else, living for the government, living for their parents, living for their kids, but they never lived life for themselves. Then they reach the end of it and they regret not starting that business, not going on that adventure, not dating that woman, not doing that certain thing, not pursuing that hobby and trying to go after it, man. And like I said, it's so funny because no matter how you try to escape it, that little voice, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Deny it all you want to, but y'all know. The ones know, y'all. The chosen ones know. You know what I'm talking about. That voice in the back of your head that's telling you, this is not what you're meant to be doing. You need to focus on what it is that you love doing. And no matter how much you try to deviate from that path, you'll always end up right back where you should have been, or right back on that same road. And you're like, every time you think to yourself, man, imagine if I would have just been grinding all these weeks, months, years even, where I would be if I would have just put my head down and worked. And of course, it's never too late. I don't want people to get the impression that what I'm saying right now means the end times for certain people. As long as you've got a heartbeat and you woke up in the morning, you're still able to go after what it is that you want in life. And the biggest thing is, don't allow anyone else to tell you what you should do. Don't allow someone else to detail your path, because you'll be extremely upset when you get to the end of it and realize it's not what you wanted. Y'all know that song by J. Cole, Love Yours. That verse has been hitting different lately. When he says, the truth, no, the good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being broke is better. And for those who doesn't know what that means, it essentially means that, specifically that verse is talking about money, that line, but the bigger lesson is don't go down a path that you know you shouldn't be on just to please other people. And don't think that happiness revolves around certain things that you might have not cared about, but you've been told you need to care about. People tell you not to look at social media, and while that is true, because social media for the most part is toxic, it's this generation's TV and information, good news and bad news, stories and life, really. Social media is taking over, and it'll only be bigger as we progress in the world. Within the next couple of years, I'm pretty sure they're going to say TV is obsolete. It's crazy how quick the world changes. I know, talking to my dad, he said when he was a kid, he would watch things like Star Trek and, those little Bluetooth devices that they had on their ears, being able to communicate with someone that's not in the same room as you, or being able to talk to somebody with a Bluetooth device in your ear was something that was magical. Looking at the TV, he thought that was so cool, but that would never be, that would never come to fruition. 10, 20 years later, not only do we have Bluetooth, we've got a device that fits in our pocket that is pretty much the world at our fingertips that we often take for granted. And within a couple of years, like they say, man, I wouldn't be surprised if TV went obsolete. If social media was the main thing. Never thought that Blockbuster would disappear, right? I know I might be talking to an older audience here, for those who know what I'm talking about. For those who don't know, Blockbuster was like a video place. You would go there. I remember when I was a kid, my dad would take me to Blockbuster, and I would be sitting there, and I'd hurry up and pre-order a game, and I'd get there, and I'd hope that the clerk kept the game for me, and we just go in there, rent movies, and you would never think Blockbuster would go out of business until Netflix showed up. Never thought that GameStop would be in the state that it's in. Digital games really have taken a toll in the industry. So many things change. Got sidetracked a little bit, y'all, but I said all that to say that when J. Cole's talking about, came a long way, the bad news is you went the wrong way, is don't go down a path that's not meant for you. I don't have to spell it out for a lot of people. You know exactly what you need to do, exactly what you should do. You just got to put the work in. It really is that simple. You know what makes you happy and brings you joy. There's a difference between doing that and making an irrational decision, by the way. Things that I've done that I'll tell y'all not to do, like all of a sudden quit your job because you feel like it when you have no money coming in and you're 18 or 19 years old at that time living with your parents, and you were lazy for 2 or 3 years and didn't do anything at all. Just wasted it, Don't do something like that. Find out what you're good at. Find out what you enjoy and go after it. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, but you can say that you gave it 110% effort and you actually tried it. And even if you were to die tomorrow, you would know that you have no regrets and you were living life to the fullest. 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. I say become happy or die trying. Find your peace, y'all. To me, that's games. YouTube, Twitch. I never forget that day. My mom gave me like the meanest look, man. Because she knew I wanted to be a state trooper. I wanted to be a cop. Ever since I was in second grade, I remember fair day, her job fair day, whatever the hell you call it. I remember a police officer walking in with his German Shepherd, and I wanted to be a cop. And I tell you, oh shit, I don't know if it's still recording, but the game froze for a second. I wanted to be a cop, and I tell you, man, like I said, I had my entire plan set. I had it all figured out, or at least that's what I thought. I had the whole thing figured out, man. From second grade all the way until I believe it was 11th or 12th grade when I was about to graduate high school. But on the day I started uploading YouTube videos. Started doing more YouTube. That's when I didn't know absolutely anybody. I couldn't have been, I don't even know at that time, 15. Yeah, 14 or 15. Well, this is obviously before I graduated. I have a late birthday, so I think I graduated when I was 17. But I remember when I was like 14, 15, I started uploading on YouTube. And you can go back right now and see those videos on the channel, y'all. You can go back and see them. It's, started uploading. It was really bad. I mean, 25 FPS. I didn't know anything about frame rates, didn't know anything about resolution. Things that come with time. Frame rates, resolution, bit rate, audio desync. I was using a Snowball microphone, which was, was everyone's starter. It's not a bad mic, but I didn't even have a stand for it. I had it on this island that my mom has, and I wasn't even leaning into it. I thought it was so good that I didn't have to lean into it. I found that out the hard way. 480p or 360p videos, and I don't know, I started loving it, started enjoying it a lot. My internet was so bad at my mom's house that she lived in like a rural area. She still does. It's like an extremely woody area, like them houses that you got to go down a back road and it looks like a killer lives back there. It's like a 5-minute back road. And then you finally reach like a development with a whole bunch of houses just like that. Lives in an area. The only thing we had was Verizon DSL. We had 0.1 up and 0.1 down. For those who don't know what that means, let's just say the internet was extremely slow. It was so bad that anytime I wanted to upload a YouTube video, the internet would be out for 24 hours. An 8-minute video, and my mom showed me a lot of grace. Still does to this day, but she showed me a lot of grace because anytime I would be uploading a video every day or every other day. So I would tell her I'm uploading a video, and the little bit of internet we did have, even if I wasn't uploading a YouTube video, it would still take you like 2 minutes to load up a page on your phone. So I'm sitting here and wiping the internet out completely by uploading. If anyone tried to touch the internet while I was uploading within those 24-hour periods, it will cancel the upload. It needed every little bit of that 0.1 MB up and down or whatever. Yeah, up. And I tell my mom I'm about to upload. She'd be like, "Are you serious? I'm not going to be able to use my phone again or try to go on a web page, nothing until, 9 a.m. tomorrow." And I did that for a couple of days. And even though it was the worst conditions possible, at that time I had an Xbox 360. I was playing Black Ops, Far Cry 3. First Black Ops is the best Call of Duty of all time, by the way. Don't at me. But I was playing that. I was playing Far Cry 3. I was playing Dead by Daylight. No, goddammit, not Dead by Daylight. I was playing, No. Dead by Daylight is like that new game everybody plays, right, with the killers and stuff. Dying Light. That's what it is. Dying Light, the first one. Yeah, I was playing those, y'all. And even though my experience was so shitty, even though it took me 24 hours to upload an 8-minute video to YouTube, even though my resolution was horrible, my likes, and the algorithm and shit like that, even though I was getting no views, I would get excited because I would refresh the page and, it would have one view on it. Come to find out later on, a year or 2 years later, that was me clicking on the video to make sure that it was up. But I'd be excited just to see one view, one like on it. Got my first comment, got a new subscriber. I said, "Oh my God, this is unprecedented. This is next," And it was what I wanted. And I remember, like I said, I remember waking up on that day. I'm not gonna make this video too long, but I remember waking up on that day of my interview for being a state trooper, and I had to go through a lot of shit. I had to do like a physical test. I had to get in shape. I remember running 1.5 miles every single day, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. Lost around 10 to 15 pounds in about 2 or 3 weeks. Dangerous, but I did it because I needed to do it for the physical test. I did all that. Had to go to several interviews. Had to do a solo interview with one person. Then I had to go to a panel of 3 state troopers. Imagine how intimidating that was. They mean mugging you the whole time while they're asking you questions. Then they try to pick your brain and ask you even deeper questions. I had to, have an interview when the cop showed up at my house and talked to my mom and dad and talked about how family life is at home. And I went through all that. But the day that I woke up for for my interview, something just was off. Like, I just knew. I was like, I was getting my tie straight. I never forget. I was in my mom's room, and she was, picking up her purse and everything because we were about to walk out the door, and I'm just getting my tie together on my suit. And I say to her, I'm like, this YouTube thing, and I heard this Twitch thing is starting to take off. That's when Twitch, I think, had just evolved from Justin.tv or something like that. I can't remember. But, I mean, damn, that was like, 10, 11 years ago? So, Twitch was way different than it was now. But now Twitch is like a porn site. But, man, I remember looking at my mom as I'm fixing my tie. I'm just like, I think I want to do this YouTube thing. I think this is what I want. I think this is my calling. I think this is what I enjoy. And she gave me like I said, she gave me like the meanest look, the dirtiest look that you could ever imagine. I mean, she was just like, boy, and rightfully so, because as a parent from the older generation, right? My parents, they never discouraged me and told me that I can't do something. But at that time, being 15, 16, she wanted me to focus on a career. Your parents, they'll say, okay, look, you doing all that YouTube stuff, you doing all that gaming stuff, you doing all that entrepreneur Twitch stuff, whatever it may be. Your parents, no matter how much you try to explain it to them, they're from a previous generation. So you have to understand that they don't get the same things you get, no matter how much you try to explain it. Until you make it happen, they just won't believe you, or they just won't understand. And it's not that they don't believe in me. Both my mom and my dad to this day always told me that they were proud of me, and that they loved me to death, and they would die for me, and that they always believed in me and my dreams and everything, and I could do anything I set my mind to. Amazing. I couldn't ask for any better parents. But at that moment, she was mad. She was pissed off because she just looked at me and was just like, boy, I remember, she get that lip. Like, when your parents get like that angry lip, she's like, boy, right now, you go ahead. You better go on ahead with all that game shit. We got an interview to go to. Yeah. Whatever. I don't want to hear no gaming. I don't want to hear none of that. Go on ahead and get your tie ready. Don't play no game. All I care about, you better not play no games in this interview. That's one thing she said. Long story short, y'all, I won't go into full detail. Maybe I'll make a video one day when I go into like full detail of everything from the moment I was, just all the memorable moments from when I was, I don't know, fucking 13, 12, all the way up until now at the old age of 26. I'm dying. But yeah, from that day, y'all, long story short, I've been through ups, been through downs, took a whole bunch of L's, took a bunch of W's. And it's led me right back to YouTube. It's led me right back here, man. I quit. I don't give up. There's a difference between quitting and giving up. People don't understand. Sometimes I might quit something. Quitting is temporary. Giving up is forever. I quit for a little bit. I'm like, you know what? No, this isn't for me. This gaming thing, talk to myself negatively, which you should never do. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm like, this gaming thing, bro. Maybe other people were right. Not my parents, because like I said, they never said anything negative. But I was like, maybe other people are right. Maybe society's right. Maybe, you just got to get a real job. Maybe I wasn't destined to be a YouTuber. Maybe I wasn't destined to be a gamer. Maybe I wasn't destined to be a Twitch streamer. And somehow, some way, every couple months, I just get pulled right back in. Start uploading. Start getting involved in it again, getting involved in the community. Next thing you know, I'm on Twitch. Go from not checking Twitch for several months to several years, even to being on Twitch every day, watching people. Go from not even gaming sometimes, going a week or 2 weeks without gaming, to just gaming all over, becoming addicted to it again and getting on games, haven't gotten on in years. And it's like, whatever you believe in, man, God, universe, the world, spirit, whatever, karma, it's like something would always pull you back to what it is you're meant to be doing. And that little voice in your head, the subconscious, because the conscious will try to block it out, knows exactly what you need to be doing. And you can either do, oh, that's so beautiful. Wow. That is stunning. But you can either do one of two things. You can either, number one, let me go ahead and take a screenshot of this. You can either, number one, run from it your entire life, which is a lot of people do. That's what a lot of people do. They just suppress that voice in their head. They suppress it. They try their best to deny it. They run away from it. They don't want to acknowledge it. They do all of those things until it's too late one day. Because that day will come for all of us when we're not breathing anymore. And we don't know when that day is. We don't know when that time is. We don't know when that hour is. And then they're like, damn, I really wish I would have gone after it. So that's the only thing this video was about, y'all. Just a reminder to everyone. Like I said, I don't expect these videos to get a lot of attention. Just understand that it's different what I'm talking about. I know y'all are used to my Minecraft, God of War. I'm finishing up God of War now. Doing Minecraft. Just finished up that series. I'm not so sure when I'll be picking up on Minecraft heavy again. We're going to go ahead and finish God of War here. I've been getting back into Tarkov lately too. Escape from Tarkov. You know, with Tarkov, another thing too, won't get too deep into it, but Tarkov has always been a game that I enjoyed. Escape from Tarkov is like a PvP shooter game. But I never played it solo. I might just bite the bullet and just start running it solo, just having fun and running the game solo. But yeah, y'all, that's it, man. Just wanted to give y'all this video here and tell you, if anything, if just one person, I mean, like I say, I don't expect this video to get that much attention. I mean, hell, the videos, I thank all of y'all that watch all of my videos. Elden Ring, Tarkov, Rust, Overwatch, Minecraft, God of War. I'll probably start Sekiro too, or however you say it, Sekiro, Sekiro. I'll probably go ahead and, because I never played that. I watched my cousin play it on Twitch. But I never played it myself, and everyone's saying that that was an amazing. Some people even say that it was their favorite out of the Soul Series games. So I think I'll go ahead and download that and play that next. Also, Ninja Gaiden. That series, for those who have played the Ninja Gaiden games. That series just, they came out with like the 1, 2, and 3, the trilogy on Steam, but it says you need to have a controller in order to play it. So I'll probably going ahead and cop a PS4 controller, Xbox controller, or something like that, and play that entire series. Then, like I said, might hop back on that Tarkov grind heavy. But yeah, y'all, if this video only reaches one person, do what you want, man. People don't realize that life is so short, you know. I think if people understood and grasped that concept, man, hey, they would know to focus and double down. Take it for granted, because until something happens to you or your loved ones or something like that, you really don't grasp it, you know. You could die tomorrow. And of course, I'm not saying to be pessimistic and think that way. But life is too short not to be going after what it is that you want to do. Figure it out. Do it when you're at work. Do it when you get home from work. You got a hobby. If you love painting, paint like you never painted before. Learn new skills. Watch people who paint better than you. Watch people who you admire. Take the lessons. Pay for the course. Put the time in. Even if it takes you 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, just do it, man. Just do it. Life's too short. That's it, though, y'all. Just wanted to make this video. I decided to come up here because games for me, I'm a rant just for this last minute, and then I'm gonna end it. But games for me have always been that calmness, that more than a hobby. It's like a lifestyle. You know what I mean? People have everything that they take serious, that they would die over. Like, for example, sports. I'm not big on sports at all, but y'all know people who would kill over sports. People who would argue with you until the grave about a certain team. People getting into fights and hurting each other at stadiums, getting so passionate about something that they're not even playing in. And I would never understand that. Just like how I wouldn't expect someone to understand, like, yo, how can you care so much about games? Like, at the end of the day, we all have our hobbies. Some people love cars, right? They love cars more than anything else. To me, it might just be, okay, well, it gets you from point A to point B. To someone else, they'll tell me you'll never understand how deep it is to be in the car community and know the inside and outs of cars, interior, exterior, to know car groups and communities, and your car is your baby, and it's different. And just like how I wouldn't expect anybody to understand games, but games, for me, have just been there when other people haven't, Games have been there during the best times of my life and the darkest times of my life. So find that thing, whatever it is. In closing, find that thing, whatever it is. Whatever wakes you up in the morning, whatever you think about when you're at work. Matter of fact, I'll leave you all with a question that a lot of people will tell you. If money was no issue, if you were able to do whatever you wanted to do in your day, and money was not a problem, what would you do? Let's just say you woke up tomorrow and you had $1 billion, a couple billion, a couple million, whatever your goal is, whatever you're pretty confident that you'd be able to get all the things you want and the things you need for yourself, your family, and generational wealth. Billions, millions, trillions, whatever. Say you hit the lottery. What are you doing for the rest of your life? What business are you pursuing? What goal are you going after? What hobbies are you diving deep into? Focus on that. As I always say, Timster 918 out of here. Don't hate, appreciate, and don't forget to masturbate.